Hey guys, it's SHERA from Pridesfitness. I'm here today with...
What's up guys, Carl here.
And doing a different kind of video for you guys where we're gonna enjoy the sun outside.
Yeah, we thought, you know what, we've been filming a lot on our house lately, so we thought let's change the setting and bring it more upbeat, film outside for once.
Exactly. So to enjoy the sun, we came up with...
We have 5 fitness myths here that we're going to be debunking for you guys and discussing a little bit of the reality of each and one of them.
Yeah, pretty much. The myths are stuff we've heard quite often from people.
And also, you know, like common misconceptions in the fitness industry and things like that.
Exactly. So we kind of want to go ahead and debunk it with you guys, spark a little conversation. So feel free to let us know of your opinion, or, you know, if you ever had to deal with that kind of situation down below in the comment section.
Yeah, absolutely. And one thing, guys, to remember is that we're not medical professionals. Most of this information is based on our own experience and information that we've gained and the research that we've done over the years. So if you guys have a different opinion, let us know down below. We're always curious. We're always looking to learn. So please let us know.
Awesome. So let's jump into our debunking.
Right. So the first myth we have here: to lose a lot of fat, you need to run a lot.
Okay, so I do hear that quite often.
Yeah, so do I. And to be quite honest, that's one thing that, I mean, most people do think is true. Unfortunately, it isn't. Now, to lose fat, you actually need to do the opposite. If you run very quickly, you're working out more your heart, because your heart is a muscle, so you're basically going to be putting a lot of strain on your heart, but you're not going to be losing that much fat. And
you also have to kind of take in perspective the time you're spending doing cardio.
That's exactly it. Like, if you're running a lot, you're going to get exhausted faster, right? So the amount you're going to be burning is going to be less than, for example, if you're walking like a brisk walk, and for about 30 minutes, you can burn a lot more fat doing that because you can go for longer. If
you run fast every time and you just, you know, hop on the treadmill and you start like sprinting non-stop, it can have some repercussion on the condition of your heart.
Yeah, because over time, what happens is your heart, since it's a muscle, if you overwork it, you're actually exhausting it. So over time, you might develop some cardiovascular problems. So it's not recommended to actually overdo it with high intensity cardio. Next one we have here is, I want to lose weight, so I will only eat 1 meal a day. That's a
no-no for me.
Definitely a big no, guys.
Especially when you're like getting super hungry during the day, your body's telling you like, eat.
Yeah, I know exactly. And the thing about this, it's actually gonna be counterintuitive to eat only 1 meal a day, since what happens is your body thinks you're starving, because obviously not only you're starving, you're not eating a lot. So short term, yes, you will lose quite a bit of weight, but the problem is,
but it's not fat weight that you're losing.
That's exactly it. You're mainly just losing water weight. And also, you know, once you say, oh, you know, I lost 10 pounds, you start eating normally again, your body will just put all that weight back on, because it starts to store it thinking that you were starving, and it might need to, you know,
restock, kind of preventing you from dying, because your body cares about you and your body's always trying to be the best for you. So
exactly,
you know, by not eating normal rate like you should, your body thinks, you know, like you're in danger, you're starving, and so next time you're gonna eat, it's gonna be like, oh my god, I need to make sure I don't go in that state again. So, you know, it's gonna take the food that you're eating and store it inside, and so it's gonna have the opposite effect of what you're trying to achieve.
The best way to lose fat is definitely to restrict your calories, but not to the point of where you're starving. Like, you know, we'll say, like, you know, if you're eating 20% less calories, that's definitely a good number to achieve. Obviously, don't be too lenient to, like, you know, reduce it enough to where you're still comfortable, but you're seeing that you're losing weight slowly. 1 pound a week is probably a good place to aim for.
Next myth is, if a woman lift weights, she will look like a man. I absolutely disagree with that, because first of all, it really depends on you. It depends what you want to achieve. It depends on
what you're doing, like your body, like your body type and all those kind of things. There's so many factors in this that for most people that absolutely is not the case.
This is to address women who wants to lift but are scared of looking like man. So first of all, like I said from the beginning, it really depends on you. Like Carl said, it depends on your goal. If you're thinking in mind, I'm gonna go ahead and lift, and you're thinking you're gonna transform into a man, like, that's not gonna happen.
No, it definitely, like, Shera's not gonna grow a beard tomorrow morning because she starts lifting, right?
Well, I mean, they're not, I know they're not meaning it literally, like growing a beard.
You're not gonna transform into a man if you start lifting. If, let's say, for example, me and Shera follow the same program and diet, we're gonna look completely different, right? Because
yeah, I will definitely keep, you know, like my women physiology, And for me, my goal right now is not to compete on a body, like a bikini bodybuilding level. So, you know, like I just want to lose the weight and look a little bit more shredded. And that includes, you know, like more like muscle definition, definitely being lean. So if that's your goal, like you need to find out the proper workout that will work out for you. Because if you're thinking of lifting and you in your head you're seeing like a bodybuilding athlete, you have to understand that those are two separate worlds.
100%. Like one's really niche. Like bodybuilding is a niche, and it's like, you know, for example, an Olympic, a person who's in the Olympics, they study, like they're working focused really on that specific goal. If you're just more a general athlete trying to be healthy, don't think that you're gonna look like those people, like, you know, in bodybuilding, because it's in a very specific field, right? So you don't have to worry about that too much.
Of bodybuilding, those athletes are under certain condition,
100%,
you know, that will allow them to look the way they're looking on stage, and they have to look the way they're looking on stage because this is what they're gonna be judged on, you know, that's their sport.
100%.
You know, like it includes
muscle definition, your posing, your flexibility, like the proportion. So it like depending on what you're doing, obviously those things will change based on your goal, right? So it's really depending on what your goal is ultimately.
So remember that at the end of the day, if you want to lift because you want to feel like you want to be stronger, you want to feel stronger in your skin, go ahead and lift those heavy weights.
100%.
Because it's really not gonna affect you. You're not gonna look like a man. Female bodybuilders do not look like a man. They only have super defined muscle and like, you know, like and they're conditioned to really show off those muscles in angles that gonna impress the judges to make them win their points. So, you know, like if that's not your goal, just, you know, don't go that route. And just do you, girl.
On to our next myth. This is one that both myself and Shea have heard before. Stay away from fruits, they contain a lot of sugar. So let's get one thing out of the way right away. Fruits are very good for you. Something that
they're delicious.
Yeah, exactly. They're delicious and they actually have a lot of health benefits. The number one thing in fruits is it's full of vitamins and minerals. So, you know those things that you always hear about, like vitamin C is good for you, vitamin E, all those things? Most fruits have a lot of that in it already and they taste great, so you don't even have to think about it. Now, in terms of the sugar part, that's something that is a bit misunderstood. What we call sugar is really like, you know, the added sugars mainly from cane.
Like fructose.
Exactly.
And
glucose, like, all those.
Yeah, like grab a can of like candy or whatever and flip it on the back. You will see those artificial sugar there. And those are the ones that's actually going to hurt you if you do eat them at a less rate level.
100%, yeah. And fruits, they do contain sugar, but it's what we call sugar alcohols because it's naturally produced by the fruit.
Exactly.
And to be quite honest, unless you're consuming like 3 kilograms of fruits, like let's say strawberries or blueberries, you really won't have any negative effect. It's actually going to make dieting that much easier because fruits are enjoyable, right?
You
like
would eat 3 kilograms of strawberries.
I mean, I might, but most people definitely would not. Guys, don't eat 3 kilograms of strawberries, right? Like, definitely don't do that.
Yeah, definitely. So don't skimp out of fruits because, you know, like they're bringing you, like he said, they're bringing you a lot of good stuff like nutrients, vitamins, and everything. So while you're on your route to achieve like a really nice, healthy physique, you will need those. So, you know, like skimping out of them can actually not give you the result that you want.
It's not just that, it's also like dieting itself. It's already a bit difficult, right? Because you're already restricting yourself, eating less junk food, trying to eat more healthy foods. If you cut out fruits, you'll see that it's just that much harder because fruits are kind of like, it's almost like eating candies, but they're really healthy for you. So you can just eat, you know, a good amount and you'll feel satisfied. And you're also going to feel good in your body because you're not just consuming a bunch of added sugars.
Versus like a chocolate bar. I can really think of where sugar you might want to like tone down on it would be once again for bodybuilders, athlete.
Or like competition. Like if you're doing any sort of like specific sport that requires you to be very lean, then maybe you'll shy away from it. But if you're just an athlete, someone who like, you know, like a lifestyle athlete, you don't have to worry about that.
Exactly, because those people do go under like certain conditioning that requires them to be very to a T with their meal.
And like look a certain way. And that's the only time where fruits might actually play a role on impacting them negatively. But for the average athlete, it's not something that you want to stay away from. Let's move on to our next myth that we have here. Now this is one actually that SHERA herself heard a few days ago, and it's one that unfortunately even in the fitness industry you hear this a lot. I want to lose fat on X part of my body. What workout should I do? You'll even see a lot of online workout tips and people saying, you know, if you want to lose fat on your abs, for example, you need to do X workout for 30 days.
I actually saw one this morning mostly on Instagram, and I kind of cringe at them.
Yeah, like, no, so did I. I'll be honest, you guys, you cannot spot reduce. Unfortunately, our bodies don't allow that. Your body will decide wherever you lose fat. You know, it might be for some people on their stomach, might be on your legs. It really will depend on the person.
Like saying, oh, I'm gonna do X workout for X amount of days, and then you go out in the mirror and you expect killer abs because you've been doing killer abs workout for killer abs 30 days in a row. You're not gonna see it, because working out to see a certain result on your body includes much more than just doing
100%. Like the
intense workout.
And I mean, like the saying that people say a lot is abs are made in the kitchen. It's not a literal statement, but it's definitely true. If you want to look good and you want to be lean, you need to actually control your diet and make sure that your diet is on point as well as your workouts. Because working out, example, a 30-day ab workout, it actually will develop the abs, but unfortunately if there's fat on top, you're never going to see those abs until you get rid of the fat. To be able to control your diet and make sure that what you're consuming in your body actually goes along with your goals. So if you're basically trying to lose weight, make sure that what you're eating goes along with those goals and you're not overeating certain foods.
Your body will decide where it will lose fat for you. Exactly. Your body knows best. We can't trick it to make it decide to lose like fat in X specific area. No, it's not gonna work. And so what you want to do, like Carl said, don't forget to take in consideration your diet. Don't forget to hit your cardio. Don't forget to take in consideration multiple factors to keep yourself healthy.
Over time, to be honest, guys, once you start doing this, you'll gain the knowledge and understanding of how your own body works and what works best for you. Because of course, what works for one person might not work exactly the same for another one, but it's just general guidelines. Really, like the diet is very important.
Also, it's a lot of genetics as well. The last place where I would lose fat will be on my abs area.
Same for me.
A bit on my back, and a bit under my arm. So, you know, like for me, my legs tend to be more shredded first, a little bit on my bicep too, but my middle section area is the last part that tend to lose fat last, and that's because of my genetics. But we know some people that abs is like showing.
Yeah, like literally they can have the same amount of fat on their body as me and they look, you know, 5 pounds lighter than I do. And that's mainly just because some people don't store as much fat on their abs. It's just the reality. I mean, and we can't control it no matter how much.
And we can't trick it.
Exactly. You can't trick it either. Yeah, exactly. Alright guys, so that covers the 5 myths that we have for you today. We hope you enjoyed the video. Now don't forget to always like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next one.